Come like neighbors here. Who we got over here? Drake London or CMC? Get Drake London there. If I can, or CMC is fine. Alright, we're almost all set up. Then we can like get into like streaming and just hanging out. Well, here we go. Okie dokie. How's it going, everybody? So we got one build. We got Malik Neighbors. Let's see who we got with our second pick here. Got Devon Achane still on the board. If Devon Achane is still available at 16, I'm going to be smashing that. Malik got 9. Maybe he's a little bit early, but definitely like it. Devon Achane, let's go. They not like us. I gotta turn that camera on here. There we go. We are all set now, all ready to go. It's got one team here. One team we got Amon-Ra and Drake London. The other team we went Devon Achane and Neighbors to start off the draft. Let's see how it goes. We've seen Brock Bowers kind of go up a little bit in ADP. I've gotten him a couple times in the 20s, so I feel good where he's going at 17.3 now. I'm more of a late 3 tight end kind of guy, but I think Brock Bowers is a guy that you want to definitely snag in the 20s if he's available. At least definitely not fade him completely. And see if any shenanigans has happened in these drafts yet. No one's taking a quarterback, so that might have been just a fluke last week. I did so many drafts where people were taking quarterback in the first round. That has subsided in this week, so it's back to normal in the best ball streets, but just some crazy values last week. Hopefully all those teams stand. I think 4 of them didn't stand already, so hopefully a couple of those early quarterback drafts continue, and we get some good leverage on the field for those couple of drafts. Let's go. We have 4 picks away here. Let's see what the board's looking like. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are falling. I have not gotten Josh Allen a lot in drafts, so I'd be completely fine with picking him up. Maybe we would look to get James Cook then on the turn. He most likely is going to be gone by the time I get my second pick there, but let's see what happens. McBride is still falling 30. What's his ADP? 29, so it's about where he was. When I stopped drafting as much recently, I took a little break because I have a pretty good leverage on the field, I feel like. So just doing a few teams here and there. But I was seeing him go in the 25 range early on in drafts. But Chase Brown, I have 0 exposure to him, and I will continue to have 0 exposure. I really think that they're going to draft a running back in the class. They got Zach Boss coming back as well. So we got Lamar Jackson possibility. I do like the Penix kind of golf kind of strategy here. I might just double up and go Marvin Harrison Jr. here, but I think James Cook is a difference maker. He was averaging 5 yards a carry. To get him in the 3rd round, I feel like is good value. Don't have a lot of him, but I'm going to grab him. There's also Kyren Williams. Just kind of pick your poison. Both had a lot of touchdowns. I'm going to go James Cook. I think he could be a difference-making kind of running back, and getting him in the 3rd round, I feel like that's good value. Good value for sure. So I got Malik and Devon Achane here. Let's see what happens coming back across. Tyreek Hill's going so early now. It's crazy. I was drafting him in the 3rd and 4th round. Now it's 2nd round is where he's going. That's awesome. McLaurin, same thing. I was drafting him end of the 3rd round. 36. Love to see it. Here we go. Okay, Marvin Harrison Jr. is off the board. Xavier Worthy's been really, really hot lately. Looks like he's kind of stabilized a little bit. I'm going to go Kyron Williams. If you're going to give me 2 stud running backs up in a row, I'll go that, and then I'll really pile on to the wide receivers. I have a lot of 0 RB builds, but if you're going to give me those kind of values for Kyron, give that to me all day, honestly. Feeling good about the start here, honestly. I mean, Amon-Ra is going to be a rock. Drake London with Penix, chef's kiss. Amazing value there. I feel like he could end up going in the first round easily next year in drafts. I think he could be solidifying himself as a top 6 wide receiver. It's all going to come down to Penix, but I always liked Penix coming out of Washington. I was kind of in the minority who thought, he's probably going to start within a year. I wouldn't be surprised if he supplanted Kirk Cousins. And everyone's like, oh, you're an idiot. Like, they signed Kirk Cousins to a super long deal, all that stuff. Well, they drafted him highly, and he's a good quarterback. I just think that he has that kind of franchise-level quarterback in him. And it showed now. He's going to probably start this year, obviously, is the game plan as long as he stays healthy in the offseason. I know they have Kirk Cousins still signed, but I think Penix is definitely the future there for the Falcons. And I'm really excited to see Drake London and him cook. Drake London loves his out routes, and Penix loves throwing those out routes. Obviously, Diggs as well. So I think Drake London to the moon this year. If you get him in the second round, I feel like that's still amazing value. I know there's lots of other studs around him, but I just think he's going to be a difference maker at the wide receiver position. So we're coming up to 3 picks left on this one. Is this the big board or this? I forget which one this one is. I guess they draft the same, so I'll get Trey McBride if he's available. I have not gotten a lot of Trey McBride. I feel like he continues to slip in drafts, but I think he's a good difference maker at the position. So I'll solidify each position early. That'd be nice. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Twizzler wants to do. If he does that, I'll probably go DJ Moore or Marv, or I could go James Cook. Yeah, I'm gonna go DJ Moore here. I think that offense is going to be much better this year. And I'm going to kind of hope, actually, that Xavier Worthy's still available on the turn, or Marvin Harrison Jr. It's probably a lot to ask, but we'll have to see. In the chat, how excited are you guys in the chat about Xavier Worthy? Out of 10, put how many stars out of 10 you're excited about him for next year. CWJK, yeah, 9 out of 10. I feel like he has an opportunity to really step into his own next year. I mean, we kind of know that Rashee Rice is going to be suspended at least, I would say, 4 games, unless the NFL is really not, worried about speeding and having a multi-car pileup on the NFL's books. Maybe he won't get as large of a suspension, but I think 4 games is fair for the guy. I think he really could cook next year, depending on what happens. I mean, I see who falls. I mean, any of these guys fall unless they go in succession. Nope, they can't. Someone went D Smith. Is he doing like a? Yeah, he's going like a weird build. I mean, he's basically an Eagles fan. I feel like he's a experienced drafter though. I mean, lots of badges in these drafts, so should be pretty good. Let's see who we get. James Cook will be amazing here too. I'm gonna go James Cook. They not like us. Let's go. James Cook, and then we're up here. This build, wide receiver, so Rashee Rice is really falling down. I do like Cortland Sutton here. Rashee Rice, he's going to continue to fall, I think, because Xavier Worthy risk there is definitely real. But I think at 58 with the suspension risk, I am completely fine with clicking that button. I will have a really deep wide receiver room where you're advancing 3 out of 12 teams. I'm just going to say I'm going to advance this team. Rashee Rice is not going to be suspended in Week 14, and I think Rashee Rice has those short area targets that Kelsey had. When Kelsey was on the field with Rashee Rice, it was Rashee Rice that really benefited from those short area targets. I think that's going to continue into 2025. But if you told me next year that Rashee Rice is kind of like a 7th round dart throw, 8th round dart throw, I wouldn't be surprised either. But he has in his range of outcomes to be a top 12 guy going into next season with Worthy, honestly. Cortland Sutton, I was really hoping that he would kind of come back to me because I'm really, I'm feeling good about my wide receivers, but like I'm used to getting like 5 wide receivers through 5 rounds. Like honestly, going 0 RB is kind of my normal strategy, but I'm fine with getting kind of a Jerry Jeudy. A little bit of risk, but he was a top 12 wide receiver last year. Obviously, he had some Jameis Winston in him. Okay, he's gone off the board. So is he? I'm gonna have to go probably a running back again. Honestly, it's gonna be high T build right here. My other build's more. It's about the same. We're 2 running backs already. I might be forced into a running back. I'm completely fine going any of these running backs. I'm gonna go with the value of Alvin Kamara. Try to get some ADP value. Honestly, I think he has a really good opportunity to probably be the guy there still. At least a pass catcher. I could see like Devin Neal going there, and being a good focal point with them in like the 4th round to kind of rebuild that running back room. But still, I think that Kamara is going to have a lot of fantasy points ahead of him. He had like 200 something points last year, and he didn't even play the last 3 weeks. Just amazing stuff from the guy. James Conner was in consideration there as well. I feel like Kamara and James Conner should be closer, but I understand the fragility of James Conner, and Kamara always was that guy, so I should have a really solid running back room. I'll probably go more of a fragile running back. I'm going to be picking up wide receivers that are kind of more dart throws later in drafts, but let's see how the other team's going. Looks like there's still a lot of wide receiver talent available, so I'm hoping some of those guys drop to me so that I can take advantage of that. At 57, it'd be awesome if Devontae Adams was there. It's nice to see his ADP slowly rising up draft boards. I was picking him when he was, in the 60s, 63. He slowly has gone up to about 50. That's really good value for me. I'm going to have a lot of leverage on the field on the early drafters. If he falls to 57, he's as good as mine. And that's why we do it early. Who is one guy that you guys are kind of fading in fantasy football this year? Who are guys that you're really excited for in fantasy football? One of my favorites is obviously Devontae Adams. I was talking about him. Tyreek Hill, a lot of teams have both of those guys. I'm excited for those teams. Really good draft capital early on in best ball boards. So 4 more picks away. Looking for one of these wide receivers to be here. Actually, I really love Cortland Sutton. I know they could add some wide receiver talent, but that'd be a really good locked in loaded. And probably like that would be my preference. Jordan Addison would be fine too. So I'll do those 4. So kind of know what my pick is there. Let's see how it's going. Oh, Kittle, 53. I need to pick up more Kittle. I don't think I have enough of him. He should be a pretty big part of that offense, especially with Ayuk being out for probably, I would say he's going to be out for 6 weeks and then probably ramp up from there. I just don't see him coming back from an MCL, ACL. I think it was like end of October injury. So I could see Kittle really hitting for fantasy football in 2024 or 2025. Geez, got to turn the calendar, huh? Cortland Sutton, come on down. One more Twizzler. Don't take my pick again. He took my McBride, and he doesn't take my Sutton. I'm going to go Sutton here. I hope that one of these guys is still available. I was talking to a guy, and he's like, oh, is Chris Olave even going to play next year with all the concussions? I'm like, he's great value where he's going, I think, in drafts. He has that pedigree. I mean, he's had, 1,000 yards in every season, or would have. Last year was cut short, but the first 2 seasons he had 1,000 yards. Give me that guy all day long. I know he could be out with a concussion any hit, but a lot of those injuries kind of become, exacerbated a little bit. And that's why he's going in the 6th round. 2 more picks away. I kind of want the upside of McMillan, but I really like Burden right here where he's going, but I'm going to lean Jacoby Myers. I think he has a lot of runway in that offense. I mean, he's consistently produced, and I need kind of a guy that's just like a steady Eddie kind of guy as well. Shakir is way under or overvalued. He's slipping in drafts finally, but still, let him fall further. I'm going to go Jacoby Myers. Come on down. Tony Pollard would have been a good pick too if I needed running backs. I love him for 0 RB builds. I feel like him and Spears are really good values in drafts, especially if one of them goes down. They could be definitely a league winner at RB 26. And Spears is how far down? He's RB. Who knows where Spears is? Jeez. RB40. Oh my gosh, that's good value for sure. If Pollard goes down, Spears is a really good value. And even if not, I feel like that offense should be in a better spot this year, with them probably going some sort of better quarterback than Malik Willis, and probably drafting a wide receiver too. And their offensive line was trash last year, honestly. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and put in the chat and just, say what's up in the chat. We're on the draft board here. 6'5". We got 3 wide receivers. I'm going to take the upside shot in Jaden Reed, I think, here. Green Bay, yeah, I like that. I like a lot of these running backs too, honestly, but I'm going to get a Jaden Reed share here. It's a little bit, outside of ADP, but that's completely fine. I have a lot of James Conner. I'm kind of light on David Montgomery. I probably could have went him there, but I feel really good about these 2 running backs that I have in here. Really, sub 200 guys that have just taken the league by storm with their speed, agility, and they should be really good focal points of their offense. I feel good about my wide receiver room starting to develop, especially Jaden Reed. He can be a wide receiver 1 overall any given week with his skill set. So we got, this isn't the team with Bo Nix, so we don't really want, or with Cortland Sutton. I really like Josh Downs. I don't have a lot of Matthew Golden, but I think he's going to have really good pedigree this year, and he has that kind of like X-level talent. I'm actually going to go, but then I also need the quarterback, Goff. I'm going to push Goff because I have some options here. I'm going to go Matt Golden. Come on down. Let's go. This team's really shaping up as well. Let's see if I can get some Bo Nix share here. They not like us. Bo Nix is falling in this draft here. Johnny Smith, I could see him being a really good value tight end where he's going. He could definitely be a top 5 tight end again. The quarterbacks in this draft are starting to falling into place. We don't have Rashee Rice's quarterback, and Mahomes obviously gone. We don't really know who Jacoby Myers is, but we do know these 2 quarterbacks. We'll see if we can grab Goff when he swings around. We also definitely want Penix, and this is a team where I might go Kyle Pitts as well. If there's any quarterback that can unlock Kyle Pitts, it would be Penix, in my opinion. His arm strength is real. He's not afraid to gunsling as well, so I could see him putting up monster numbers this year with Pitts. Or if they trade him away, maybe he gets a fresh start. He finally starts to do something on a team. I could see both scenarios kind of playing out. Luther Burden went 70 there. I think in the other draft he was going like 75 or something like that. 77. Luther Burden. 80. Yeah, so the whole 10 back. That's why we love drafts. I mean, you can grab value anywhere. If you want a player take, you obviously have to take usually a little bit ahead of ADP, but sometimes you get a little lucky where a lot of people are fading the guy, and it's kind of helping you out. Make sure you guys hit that like if you're liking this kind of content. Helps me out as a creator. I have, 14,000 TikTok followers, so definitely check me out on TikTok on Fantasy Football Chris. And I'll be putting out a lot of content on Twitter if you came from there on drafts, and it's gonna be a lot of fun building the community. I love Twitter. If I had to keep one community, it'd be Twitter. I just love putting my kind of stream of consciousness thoughts out there, talking to people in the space and bouncing ideas off each other. Drafters are awesome. Everyone thinks they're right too. It's great. The guys be buzzing. And hit that subscribe button if you want to do more lives with me in the future. That'll notify you. Hit that notification button. All the good stuff, guys. I'm just looking to hang out. So if you're just hanging out here and just watching the stream, drop a thing to talk, and we'll talk some fantasy football, guys, too. So I'm not just talking to myself. Oh, we're on the clock. Jared Goff, come on down at 105, 12 after ADP. Had 290 points the last 2 years. Come on down as my quarterback one for this amazing build. Oh, they not like us. They not like us. Let's go. Brandon Ayuk, I have been fading a lot. I could go him here with this kind of build, honestly. I think he's going to go 100 plus ADP, but when you have like zero exposure, you got to throw a little darts in there, but we'll see what happens here. I love Ricky Pearsall and I love Jacoby Myers where they're going, so it's just really hard for me to click that button. Brandon Ayuk at 73. He's gone, so I don't have to do it. Let's go. I have not got enough Quinshon Judkins, but we know the Twizzler is going to snipe that pick. He's been sniping me all game, all stream, so I'm going to assume that's going to happen again. We're back on the board. Could use a quarterback. I mean, we could use a wide receiver. I'm gonna go Michael Pittman. I feel like he's gonna be a guy that comes in and out, but he should be pretty good for fantasy football. The Twizzler went Jalen McMillan. I'm gonna go Quinshon Judkins just to really solidify that running back room. And I have not got enough Judkins. I think he's gonna be a really good running back in the NFL, and he'll be my first rookie in this build, so I'm fine with it. This is the one where I have Bo Nix. I'm going to try to get Bo Nix if he's available late. I don't like, obviously you want to stack your wide receivers to quarterbacks, but I'm not going to go above ADP for him. If someone wants Bo Nix at 86, like cool, like good for them. But I mean, Judkins at 81, I love that value. Where's his ADP? 76. I feel like he's going to go up in boards as we know the landing spot and the draft capital. Those guys are really going to be, electric in the league. We got Caleb Johnson and we got Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty, obviously, Quinshon Judkins, and Trayvon Henderson. I think all five of those guys can be really big hits in fantasy football year one. And right now he's like RB 25 or something like that. I could see him in the top, 15 running backs easily with the right landing spot. It really all depends on that though. But I mean, there's a lot of value in running back space late. They not like us. If he ends up going Bo Nix, which definitely could happen, I'm completely fine on just kind of getting my Matt Golden share here. Yep. Or Josh Downs. Let's look at the list here. I can't believe Cooper Kupp's that high. I'm going to go Matt Golden if he's available. Could also go Mark Andrews, but I'm feeling the click on Matthew Golden. Get a couple more shares of that. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So we're 2 away. We could go Drake May, who I really like. I mean, at 117 ADP, I love getting him. He has that running upside that you love at the running or like the quarterback position. So if he's available, I'm going to go Drake May. I don't have a stacking partner. Oh, and I'm up. Yeah, I'm going to go Drake May every time if he's available. And then obviously I need to go get Penix once he comes around here. Oh, someone might have already taken him. Oh, he was right there. Oh, geez, that's a mistake. Should have went Penix there. Oh, I'm 6 picks away. I'll pick him hopefully there. We'll see. The quarterbacks are flying off the boards. These all have 1, so could definitely see them sniping that pick. That was probably a mistake, but I have a lot of Penix, so I'm fine. I need to increase my Drake May shares. Penix is more mobile than a lot of people give him credit for, too, so could see him kind of utilizing his legs to move around the pocket Might actually get some rushing yards out of it, but Drake May is going to have a lot of upside, I think, next year in the rushing department. And I'm really excited to see what they do in free agency to kind of build around them. They have so much cap space, and it seems like they really want to fix that offense. And Drake May looks like a guy that they don't need a lot of pieces around him to really excel. So really excited for that. Oh, man, if Drake London's available, or Penix, oh, man. I'll have a solid running back core, solid wide receivers, and then my 3 quarterbacks kind of stacked up and ready. And he's gone. Okay. I'll go another high upside Anthony Richardson. Shooting for the moon. I don't have a lot of Anthony Richardson. I could also go Travis Hunter. Don't like that at all. Rashad White. But yeah, I'm going to go Richardson. Solidify the position. I like doing 3 late quarterbacks or mid quarterbacks. This build, I don't have a quarterback yet. Caleb Williams is available past ADP, it looks like. So I'll go Caleb Williams. And I could double up and get Love, so I get kind of 2 guys solidified there in a good spot. I feel like this build got some good ADP values here. I guess I was kind of higher than most, but get Quinshawn and James Cook that late, and Achane, I love that. Going Caleb Williams, get my first stackable quarterback, and then we'll be hopefully getting Jordan Love to pair up with him, and then we can kind of go a late quarterback to solidify the whole deal, hopefully. Oh, Tyler Warren's available too, though. I'm going to get Tyler Warren if he's available at the, what is that, 112? Okay, he's gone. Plus, I wanted to kind of get a couple Loveland shares and Fannin late. Where's Fannin going these days? We might even be dropping more. 187. Yeah, I'm going to grab him this draft, see what happens. Whoa, look at that. Quarterback central there. Kyle Pitts come on down at 153 if he's available. Can continue that mini stack that I have with Drake London. I think he just got taken. No, he didn't. Quentin Johnston. Thought it was Junkins. I was like, how is he still available? Zach Charbonnet could be interesting. He should be following on the Walker news where the OC was just like beaming about Kenneth Walker, but he's gone. No LAC players. One pick away. Could go Marvin Mims. Having some upside there. But I'm going to go Jordan Love. Get that second stacked quarterback. See what happens. 2 picks away for my mini stack. Love to see it. This build I might go gray just because that'll be a KC kind of mini stack there. And then I also have maybe a late dart throws with Adonai Mitchell, wide receiver. But probably need to start building some running backs in there as well. First tight end coming off the board for me in round 13, Kyle Pitts. Love to see it. Good arm strength with Penix, a little mini stack with Atlanta. And then I got 2 stacked receivers and those 2. And then I'll probably fit in a Hunter Henry in there too to be a solidified tight end target for Drake May. Go 3 stacked targets. Jordan Love. I feel like if I had to just guess who's going to score more fantasy points, Jordan Love on one hand or Drake May on the other, I'm going Drake May. So I feel like he's a way mispriced. Let's look at our drafts completed. We can see our exposure. See if that matches up here. We have Drake May. He's at 12.5. I need to increase that, honestly. And then Love is 5.2. That makes sense then. Penix is probably high for a pocket passer, but he was going so late early in drafts that I had to pick him at like 150. So 3 picks away, and must be this one. This is the Jordan Love one. Yeah. So this one, we could take a shot on Buffalo's Amari Cooper here. Definitely could see him, being good value at wide receiver position if he's available. I don't like Blake Corum. Could also, I went Cole Kmet, just doubling up on tight ends, but to get that stack with, oh no, this is the wrong team. So here, I'm going to go Amari Cooper. Or go Algier. I'll do Algier. Get a little depth at the position in Atlanta stack there. Don't hate it at all. 129. Marvin Mims is still there. If that's the case, I'll mini stack that. For sure. I could see, honestly, a world where Marvin Mims is a better fantasy asset in 2025 than Cortland Sutton. I mean, I could see him kind of taking the step forward in that offense, but I don't think it's as likely. Devin Neal, 127, climbing. All right, Mims off the board. Tucker Kraft would be a good target for me. Feel like at 129, that's a good value. He had like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of season, lots of touchdowns. I think he has opportunity, especially with Christian Watson out. I could see him kind of being solidified, the number 2 guy there. I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. Got maybe the number 1 and the number 2. So on any given week, that can really help my team in correlation kind of standpoint. Could get Romeo Doubs too if I wanted to go 3 on there, but I think I want to get Tajay Spears here a little bit later, and then he's usually going, honestly. Could also, Sanders is coming up, but could go Bryce Young. I do like Bryce Young later in drafts. Travis Hunter, I've only drafted him one time in all my drafts. I think I'm up to like 100 drafts, but let's look how many we have. 96 teams. Let's see how many we have of Hunter. Yeah, 1 draft. Okay, so we're here. Got running back. Yeah, I think Tajay Spears makes a lot of sense here. Some good value. I'm going to go Tajay Spears. Two picks away here. This is my Atlanta team mini stack. Hunter Henry is a perfect pick here for me. If I can get it. We'll see what Big Daddy wants to do. He allows me to get Hunter Henry. Good stacking partner there. So I got the mini stack in Atlanta. 3 pieces there, but no quarterback. I got 1 stackable partner for Detroit, and then 1 stackable for Drake May and Hunter Henry. And in Indianapolis, I have 1. So I have kind of like 3 in like a mini stack. So I feel really good about the correlation pieces there. 5 picks. We could get Adonai Mitchell. I don't want to reach for that though. Although I think he was more open than his fantasy points would show at 42. I think he was better than that. But that passing volume was just kind of bad. I think I'm going to go Fannin here. It's my first share, but BestBall Matt kind of got me into just seeing some statistics on him. I watched a little bit of his tape and thought it was interesting, so I may try him out. Sprinkle him in, try to get like at least like 5% exposure. Kind of, it feels weird because I do like, prospects of Higbee a little more. So I think at 5%, I'm sprinkling that in, but it's not anything crazy, I could push his ADP a little bit and go somewhere, but I really don't have anyone else to get. Could go Javonte Williams because I like that talent there. Maybe a year off the ACL, another further year. Yeah, let's try and do it. We'll do Javonte Williams just for the talent. And then if he's there, we'll get him. Here we have one tight end. Could get is Cole Kmet gone on this team yet? It doesn't look like it. So he goes back a little further. Okay, good. 153. Wide receivers are looking pretty good. Running backs, I feel really comfortable with that so far. Probably get a wide receiver here for value. Could go Cam Ward. Third quarterback. I don't think I have enough Cam Ward. I just want a little sprinkle of each one of those rookie quarterbacks. But I like Loveland where he's going to. Get a little bit of value there. So I'll go him, or I'll kind of drop back and get maybe a running back. Or, sorry, a wide receiver. Maybe go Coker. Loveland's gone. I have a lot of J.J. McCarthy, so I'm really high on him. So probably won't go him if I get that opportunity. We'll see. Tampa Bay on this team now. Rashad White this late, though. I feel like that's pretty good value, but I don't have a lot of Coker, and I do have a good amount of Rashad White. I could push it and then get one of these guys. And I don't hate that either. I'll go Rashad White for value. Really strong running back room. Guys that can carry the rock, get a couple points here and there. I think two really solid. Two, I think, have one really solid upside, and then this one's like upside with Pollard out, but should have some standalone value, probably 100, 150 points this year. Then Rashad White has some really high upside if he gets some workload still with Bucky there in Tampa Bay. I guess you see him being utilized in that offense. He's a good body still. And I really like the wide receivers that could fall here, and then I could get that extra stack in Dontavian Wicks. Might even get him anyway. Yeah, Coker's gone. It's between Tillman, non-correlated piece. He had some good weeks with Jerry Jeudy there, and then he had the concussion, but it's hard. I kind of hope someone takes Tillman before I draft, like J-Cap. Oh, we're up in 2 here. So I'll probably go Chiggy. Get some more Chigaconquo shares. But running back, I could snag another running back, or I could get someone stole Chigaconquo. Jeez. I'll go Higbee here. I'm going to go Dontavian Wicks. So I got 3 pass catchers on this team with a quarterback, and then 1 for Caleb. I like that. So that's 4 stacked pieces. Then running back, I'd be fine grabbing some later round dart throws. But these 2 will solidify the position. Have 3 pretty good thumpers. 6 wide receivers, 2 from one team. Malik Neighbors, he could be wide receiver 1. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like how the team's filling out. Any correlation piece? Oh, Keishon Butte? Yeah, I'm going to go Keishon Butte. I think he's pretty underrated where he's going. And all the coaches were talking about how he's really taken some strides in that offense, and they're probably going to draft a guy, but he really was coming into his own at the end of the season. So now we have two for him. We have mini stack, and then we have 1 for him and 1 for him. And in Anthony Richardson, you really don't want to stack multiple pieces. So I think Pittman's a good piece to stack with him, and I'm fine with that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 stacked pieces, and then a mini stack with Atlanta and Atlanta Algier. So I feel good about the correlation pieces there. And there's always a chance for another one here, so let's see what happens. But not really going for stack pieces at this point. Just who I think is a good dart throw in rounds 19 and 20. High upside. But my wide receiver room, I've seen better for sure. But really 2, 3 good ones. Rasheed Rice probably has suspension risk. But as long as I make it past the 3 out of 12 teams, that should be good. And then Jacoby Myers is really steady Eddie. Matthew Golden, I think, could be really good long term. Michael Pittman's a really good value, I think. So I feel really good about my wide receivers, but I'll probably add 1 more wide receiver and 1 more running back. So I'll go 8 and 6. Because the running backs I invested in, I feel like, if they don't pan out, the build's not going to work. But these 3 running backs should carry me, do just fine. 6 picks away here. We need another quarterback, so Sanders could be the Giants' quarterback. Let's see how it's going. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Stopping by the stream. We got a couple people just jumped in. Oh, Sanders is gone. Also, my wide receivers probably could add another one of those. Maybe go Wan'Dale Robinson, PPR guy. And dart throws late, probably running back and wide receiver. Looking to go wide receiver, maybe DeMarcus Robinson. Westbrook Akine. Do I have Tennessee player on here? Not yet. Not on this team. Could also go Antonio Gibson. Who are you guys excited for in fantasy football this year? 7 picks away. This is the Big Daddy could snipe me. Lots of badges today in the board. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for me, 9, 10. 10 out of the 12 are seasoned vets. Not good. Wan'Dale is over or out for here. Maybe go Yoshi Voss. And no, at this point, no, this is a different team. I'm going to go, could use a tight end, 3rd quarterback. I'm just going to go a safe quarterback in Matt Stafford. Yeah. Pair with my kind of other quarterbacks there should be good. Some bye week risk alleviated. Here, I'm probably going to try to go Ray-Ray McCloud late, my 20th round guy. Go Antonio Gibson. I think he has some upside this year as well. But between him and I think Stevenson, I think they can both eat that offense should get better in 2025. Sweet. So I got Antonio Gibson, really solidified that position. And I'll get one more wide receiver. Let's go. Sam Darnold came off. I just feel like Sam Darnold, I just don't think he's going to start for a team. But he proved that he could, but it's just hard with, Kevin O'Connell offense is really quarterback friendly. Makes a lot of quarterbacks look a lot better than they should look. So hopefully it helps him get the bag somewhere. Nick Westbrook-Akine. I don't think I have any Tennessee players, but he'd be kind of a good upside guy. But Ray McLeod, he had 100 points last year with Kirk Cousins. I think he has one more year on his deal left. So I think that's going to be good for the kind of mini stack for Atlanta. So I'm going to go him if he's available. Two picks, I'm up. Guess I'm going to go Fannin here. My first share. See what's happening here. Ray McLeod, come on down. Broth, don't take it. There we go. Okay, sweet guys. I actually have to get going, but appreciate everyone stopping by. Last couple of picks here. I actually have to go though. Running back. I like Eckler here. I'm going to go Fannin first share. But see you guys next time, and definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that good stuff. See me on Twitter.